Yo, what is up, my sweet little garbanzo beans? So today's reading is this cool idea that I kind of had the other day where I was, I've been meeting some new people in my life, new friends, just welcoming in new energy. And so I was asking in a reading for myself, what is the energy within me? What's in my energetic field? What is the frequency that attracted this person in my life, or attracted this group of people or this opportunity into my life? So I wanted to do a reading kind of based around that idea, and it's what in my energy attracted this to me. So this could be a person, this could be a job, this could be a coworker, a friendship, this could be a travel opportunity, whatever it is for you personally. This is going to really be looking at that a little more closely. So we have 3 groups to choose from today. We have group 1 with the green candle. We have group 2 with the yellow candle. And I want to apologize, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. Also too, there is construction near my house. I've been putting off this reading for a few days, hoping it would be done. So I am sorry if you can hear it a little bit in the background. If I waited for things to be perfect, they'd never happen. Excuse me. And then we have group 3 with the purple candle. So if you need more time, feel free to pause the video. You can meditate on whichever one you resonate with the most. And when you're ready, go to the timestamps and select the option for the group that you've chose to get your reading. Hi, group 1. Okay. So being attracted to the green candle in this situation, I feel like whatever this opportunity is, there's a lot of potential for prosperity and abundance. As well as a lot of growth and a lot of success. And I feel like this is in more of like a concrete material way, although it's gonna be different for everybody. I do feel like this is more of like a business opportunity, or again, some type of concrete and material growth. So whatever this situation is, whatever this person is, this has come into your life to help address something about your stability and about your mindset around money, but also I'm feeling like how you value your own time and energy in particular. So let's see what you guys get. I have the stacks all shuffled up already, so that way I'm not bumping the camera every 2 seconds. All right. Oh, and you guys got happy ending. I love that. So this is card 93, which would reduce to a 12, which reduces to a 3 in case that is important for you. So right away, I feel like with the purple and the yellow, this is something where you've been guided to take action. You've been getting a lot of intuitive hints, a lot of downloads, a lot of messages to take action toward this thing. So if you're hesitating, if you're not really sure, or you're saying, I don't know if it's really worth the time, I feel like you should go for this. If this is a relationship, you should invest in this. If this is a job opportunity, you should go for it. I feel like this is still new. This feels like something that somebody brought to you, suggested this to you, and you're kind of batting it back and forth. But Spirit wants you to know that they're trying to lead you to your happy ending, and there's going to be a lot of, like I said, growth and success, a lot of happiness, and I'm feeling this very lighthearted energy, this it's just this happy heart is the only way I can think to put it. So I really like that. That's beautiful. And with the energy of 3 as well, again, a lot of expansion here, a lot of I'm also feeling I'm hearing prosperous communication. So if you've been having problems communicating with somebody recently, or multiple people, you've been having trouble kind of seeing eye to eye or negotiating is what I'm hearing. I feel as if you're going to be getting a lot more, you're going to be making more headway in terms of communication. So let's see what else you guys get. Oh, okay, here we go. So it says deceiving. They might be back, but honey, they whack. Okay, so as usual, all my decks are going to be linked in the description box below, because this is the Divine Time Oracle, and it's really good. So yeah, what I'm kind of feeling like here, because we have the road image and we have the clock, but there's no hands on it, and all the lightning here, I feel like you've been on a path that's kind of leading to nowhere. You may have been dealing with some deceptive people in the past, or I'm just really hearing false starts and opportunities. I don't know why when I said that I also heard false idols, which I know is very dramatic sounding, but all I mean by that is that, there's been this energy of investing in the wrong things, quote unquote. You know, and there's no such thing as the wrong things, right? Every path leads to growth, which means every path is valid and valuable. But in terms of getting you where you want to go, I feel like maybe you've taken some paths before that didn't go so well. And it almost is like this energy of like stopping time a little bit, of like really like stopping the clock and not moving forward. So this may have happened, you know, due to kind of like fear. This may have happened just, you know, kind of like a thing of like, you know, whatever this was for you. This is very much the energy of, you know, like you not trusting your own judgment, essentially. And so I feel like you've been stuck in this energy for a while, and whatever you're attracting into your life right now is being drawn to you because you are like, you're healing these things, because you know, whatever this situation was that was like deceptive or that didn't pan out the way you wanted, I feel like there is a lesson to be learned in discernment, and your team is really saying that you've absorbed that, you've learned that lesson, and as a result you are able to attract in better opportunities because you can recognize substandard opportunities, or opportunities that aren't worth your time and energy. So it may feel as if all of this was kind of for naught, but that's not at all the case. This discernment that you've gained is allowing you to draw in this nice, beautiful ending that you've been wanting, this beautiful results, you know. And I feel like the right kind of people to share it with, so, you know, coworkers, collaborators, bosses, excuse me, friends, just like people who are really going to support your success. And because you've now kind of had that exposure to people, you know, in situations that are not supportive of your success, I feel like that is the, you know, that's the balancing discernment energy that's drawing in beautiful new things for you. So let's see what else you get. Yeah, energy. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see. Yep, exactly. You've balanced your energy. Your energy is incredibly, I'm hearing, well-rounded now. And as a result, you're able to like not only draw this opportunity in towards you, but I feel like you're also able to value it and to tend to it in a way that you may not have been able to do before. You may have been too distracted or kind of chasing the wrong things. It's like an energy of all that glitters isn't gold. So now, because you've been through these more challenging experiences, you know what whole, balanced, healthy energy looks and feels like, and as a result, you naturally attract those opportunities, which I love for you. So let's see what you get for your tarot. Oh my god, I haven't even looked at these, you guys. So you have Judgment. Beautiful. Oh my god, wonderful. You have the Knight of Cups. We love it, you guys. Okie dokie. Yeah, and we have the Five of Wands. Okay. Oh my gosh, so real. Okay, so first and foremost, Knight of Cups. This could be involving a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or that could be you. And we have 2 full moons here, which means there are cycles that are coming into a culmination, and we see this with a happy ending as well, that are coming into culmination and fruition. And Judgment is all about, you know, really good discernment. It can also be about a life review. So, you know, you've really been looking at where you've been, where you are, and where you want to go, and really utilizing that information, that reflection, to help drive your decisions moving forward in order to reach your goals. Excuse me. And because you've really been getting into this space, and there's like the little like leaves here, which to me, whenever I see like fall time leaves, this is all about like release and letting go, and making room for, you know, the old to fall away so the new can come again. You know, and all the mountains in the background too. I can see this has been a huge struggle. The Five of Wands, when it's upright, can talk a lot about competition, as well as like petty, passive-aggressive people. So I feel like there's been a situation where maybe you've had to deal with like a lot of competitive people, again, in like a work situation I'm really feeling. You've had to deal with a lot of criticism is what I'm hearing. A lot of people judging what you have to say. I feel like I'm getting this energy of people undermining your ideas and then almost taking them and stealing credit for them with this deceptive energy. Or they're telling you that your ideas aren't worthwhile, aren't valid. what you really want to pursue isn't worth pursuing, and they're just not being honest about it. I feel like there's a hint with this. I feel like this hint of like this like jealous energy. I don't know. It feels like I'm trying to find a way of talking about it that's like well, that makes sense. I'm like, it feels like sticky, and I know that doesn't really make sense, but I'm like, I don't like the feeling of sticky things. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that doesn't make sense when I say that out loud to other people. But yeah, it feels kind of sticky. It feels kind of like, ooh, I don't like that. And so, yeah, really what I'm seeing here is like the energy that's, what's in your energy field that's attracting in this happy ending you've wanted is that after going through this huge period of struggle and deciding to really rise above what other people have to say, rise above kind of like more petty, passive-aggressive, gossipy people, and really, really practice that discernment for yourself in your own life. You are bringing in this very balanced, holistically healed energy, and as a result, this, pursuing what you love, pursuing what sings, makes your heart and soul sing, is bringing in that happy ending. So by taking time to really heal your energy and decide what it is that makes you very, very happy, and not really, if I'm being honest, not really give a damn about what anybody else says, is that energy that you're embodying that's bringing this happy ending toward you. And I'm kind of getting the feeling that for some of you, you don't really feel like that. You might be between these energies of like still kind of trying to get over the situation that happened with like these difficult people and trying to release that. But this is kind of like your team saying like, it was difficult. It's never any fun, and they're recognizing that. But, the flip side is that you have now mastered and balanced your energy, and you now have this discernment that you need to never really put up with other people's crap again. And I know that doesn't really help it feel better, but I think your team's trying to like give you a little bit of a pep talk. So, all in all, what's the energy that is attracting this new opportunity into your life? It's one of prosperity. It's one of abundance. It's one of high self-value. It's one of valuing what makes you happy, and one of not really worrying what other people have to say. And in that space, it's a very like fertile, growth-heavy opportunity. And there's a lot of opportunity for success here. And with the Judgment card, because this can be about making a decision that has the potential for very long-term impacts, choosing your own happiness has the potential for a lot of like extension, right? That continuation. It's like a snowball effect for your own happiness. And also too, with the Knight of Cups, not only can this talk about you going after what truly makes you happy, but when you're in this space where you're valuing your own happiness and your own ideas and your own conceptualization of your happiness, this is what may draw an offer in toward you with the Knight of Cups. And this may come from a water sign, but it doesn't have to. But yeah, this is what draws this opportunity in, or this is what kind of like attracts this new set of experiences into your life. So that's really, really beautiful. I hope this has helped. If you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop. I offer personal readings on a myriad of topics, but if you don't see something that you need, either spiritually or financially, DM me, because I am happy to make custom readings. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today, love bugs. I am wishing you all of the best and the most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care. Hello, group 2. Okay, so if you chose this group, you are attracted to this lovely yellow candle. So immediately I'm feeling like what you're attracting into your life, or what's in your energy field that's kind of attracting more opportunities of a similar energy, is this very happy and very empowered energy. Like, I feel like you have clarity, or you are gaining that clarity, and as a result there's this confidence moving forward with something that you've been planning for a while and something you've been really wanting to do. And I feel like you finally are feeling really confident about it. Excuse me. And this is really nice, because this is kind of, I'm just really being shown like this is clearing the path for you to move forward very quickly, and very like decisively. I was going to say concise, which is, I guess, kind of accurate, but not quite exactly what I'm going for. Very quickly, very decisively, like there's no hesitation, there's no doubt. So if you've been going through a period of time where you've been trying to figure out, like, is this the right choice? Am I going the right way? What do I do next? These answers, I feel like you've been working on trying to get in touch with what's real for you. And these answers are just like kind of coming in like one after the other. And really, again, like clearing a path for you. So let's take a look at what your cards are. Yeah, okay. So y'all got card 87, which is synchronicity, and this would reduce to a 15, which is also a 6. So, yeah, I feel like you've been getting a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities, and this is kind of contributing to this energy of enlightenment. And this is like really helping to make the path very, very clear for you. Because with the pink, I feel like this is something you really love. This is something you've been wanting. And with all the purple, this is something you've been feeling guided toward. But I feel like it's just like you've had an understanding, an evolving understanding is what I'm hearing. An evolving understanding of what you wanted, what the end goal is, but not really clear on the steps to take to get there. And so your team is kind of like, you know, we're always co-creating with the universe, right? So you've been working on trying to get clear on this within yourself, and your team is meeting you halfway and trying to guide you with quite a lot of signs and synchronicities. And you may have noticed these in your daily life, and you may not have at this point. But this is kind of your team coming in to say, like, we're trying to work with you. We're trying to like, because I'm thinking about the number 6 here. And like it, you know, this can kind of talk about interpersonal relationships, but it's making me think of balance, and that's kind of what they're saying is we're here to balance you. But what they mean by that is like we're here to match you. We meet you halfway. So like you've been doing the work to get very clear. You've been doing the work to maintain a positive mindset and take action toward your goals. They are meeting you halfway by guiding you through many signs and synchronicities. And this reading itself may be a part of that for you. So anything that comes up in the rest of the cards in terms of numbers, imagery, signs, etc., I would keep note of that, pay attention to that, because that may be a part of their guidance for you in the weeks and months that follow this reading. So let's see what else you guys get. Oh, okay. It says, I don't know if you can see. When they're all dressed in green, you're right in between St. Patrick's Day halfway. So this is a timeless reading, but at the time I'm filming this, we did have St. Patrick's Day not too long ago. But again, halfway, right? You're right in between. This kind of is that same idea of balance. It's like they're meeting you halfway. You also may be halfway to a goal. And because you've kind of like done the work to get clear on your intentions and really kind of think about what it is you want, your team is coming in to line up the opportunities for you. And that's kind of what I was feeling is like this path of like, you know, everything is kind of being parted for you, sort of. Sorry for my weird hand gestures, but I talk with my hands. So your team is really like setting up the way for you, setting up the path for you, and this comes because you did the work. You did, excuse me. You really did the work, and you really were getting clear on your intention, getting clear in your energy as well, I'm feeling, and really filtering out energetic distractions, whatever that may mean for you. Yeah, so let's see what else you get. I'm curious. Security, okay. This is another thing too, so as soon as I looked at this, I heard gridlock. So this may involve another person because there's two little like links here as well. I feel like you've been letting go of things that have kind of like been your security blanket, but also serve to kind of keep you constrained in some way, shape, or form. You know, that if this has to do with a job, I feel like, again, you know, the image of security, not image, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh gosh, you guys, I don't remember. Oh, it's not even image. What the cluck is it? Oh my gosh. Well, I'll come back to it. It's like the idea of security, right? Like you have this like facade. That's it. Oh, I feel better. Okay. The facade of security is kind of like been the thing that I feel like has been both you've been holding on to, but it's also holding you back, right, from really pursuing what it is you want. And I'm really hearing like, if you chose this group, you're in the process of, or you have been getting brave and just really admitting first and foremost to yourself what it is you truly want. Excuse me. And that's really been the thing that's like paving the way to unlock your happiness, is because you've been getting brave, and your team is like, they're really cheering you on, they're really excited for you, and they're saying, yes, the steps you take toward meeting your own goals, toward this divinely inspired idea that's in your heart, and that's why you love it so much, the steps you take toward meeting your own goals, we will match you, we will meet you, we will guide you every step of the way. So if you want this, keep going, because it's about to come into your life. So, so far, like this energy of, what you're attracting into your life, this new opportunity is being attracted into your energy by your own self-confidence and your own self-awareness, and not being afraid to make the space in your life for what you truly desire. So let's get your tarot, because now I'm curious. Yep, okay. 2 of Swords reversed. Yeah, the 7 of Wands, okay. Oh, and the 3 of Swords reversed. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of, there's two out of 3 of your cards are swords. So there's a lot of mental energy here. You've been really thinking about this. But this is totally in line. So first of all, the first thing I heard with this version of the 7 of Wands is that we have all of these imps, but we have the one person wearing the imp costume. So I feel like whatever this is, there's a little bit of like almost imposter syndrome happening here. Sorry, I'm trying to get the cards to stand up. There we go. There's a little bit of imposter syndrome happening here. I feel like there is still a little bit of like nervousness around your, like how qualified you are to do whatever this is, whether this is a job, whether this is, having a certain type of relationship. There's this element of like, who, me? Like, who am I to do, whatever it may be. And I feel like your team has been sending you synchronicities that's been kind of pointing you in this direction. But again, there is this fear. And with the 3 of Swords reversed, this could be that something that you've tried before that did not go well for you. Or there could be other kind of emotional wounds. Oof, excuse my burp, I'm sorry. There could be other kind of emotional wounds that are impacting your self-confidence, and that are like, especially if this is something where you've taken a chance on this before and it's kind of ended poorly and like broken your heart a little bit. I feel like you stay in an area where you feel very secure, but it does not really make you happy. And so, with the 2 of Swords reversed here, what I'm really seeing is like you've been making the decisions, right? Because the 2 of Swords upright is all about like, again, kind of like that gridlock energy. The 2 of Swords is, I heard somebody call it playing dead, and that's the most hilarious thing to me. But it's where you can't make a decision, right? You have 2 equally viable truths, 2 equally viable paths, and you're having trouble really truly seeing and understanding what is the truth for you in that moment. And the person's blindfolded, suggesting they really have to utilize their intuition. But when it's reversed, this kind of suggests that the blindfold's coming off and they're able to see things clearly. So I feel as if you've been making these decisions, you've been really relying on your intuition and trying to follow the signs. And as a result, you're going to start seeing things like synchronicities and signs line up in your life that kind of confirm your decision and give you that confidence that you need to keep taking steps in that direction. Because with the 7 of Wands, even though I'm picking up on an imposter syndrome kind of feeling, with the 7 of Wands, and we have the moon that's smiling, and the full moon can talk about like culmination and celebration, like things coming into manifestation. So I feel like what you want is there. And the 7 of Wands is all about going after what you desire and really like defending your passions, right? Defending what it is you want. And when you do, even though you can feel a little frazzled, because the traditional 7 of Wands, the guy who's fighting off the other 6 wands, he has 2 different shoes on. So you can feel frazzled, you can feel out of your element, you could even feel like you have a little bit of imposter syndrome, but the 7 of Wands is always saying you have the upper hand. Spirit has your back. You can do this. And even if you feel like you're not prepared or you're not ready, you're more prepared than you know. Just like the impetus and the desire to go after what it is that you so deeply want for yourself is enough of a qualification to take the steps necessary to keep moving forward, right? And with the Three of Swords in reverse, if you have pursued this before and it hasn't gone well, or even if you're just kind of trying to heal in general from heartbreak and really stop rehashing things that haven't worked out in the past, your team is really encouraging you and saying, by trying to clear away what's no longer serving you and making room for like this new opportunity, by taking these steps, you are doing the work and they will match you because they want to help guide you on your path. So if I had to kind of recap, what's drawing in this new opportunity for you, what in your energy field is like helping to manifest this new opportunity for you. There is a lot of magic here. Your team is helping you, but really this comes from you making the decision. This comes from you having confidence in your abilities enough to go after what is real for you and also forsake all false security, right? So forsake something that is the more stable, quote unquote, stable path in exchange for pursuing the path that your heart and soul is devoted to. So that's really, really nice. I'm super excited for you guys. I really hope this has helped. If you need help with your specific situation, feel free to check out my Etsy shop. The link is in the bio. I do personal readings. I have a variety of readings, but if you don't see one that meets your specific spiritual or financial needs, please DM me because I'm happy to make a custom reading for you. So I think that's everything I've got for you today, love bugs. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 3. Take care, sweetheart. Yo, what is up, my sweet little garbanzo beans who chose group 3? So if you were attracted to the purple candle, immediately I'm feeling like what's in your energy that you're attracting more of into your life is really a lot of spiritual expansion, a lot of opportunities for spiritual growth. And I'm feeling like spiritual interconnectedness is what I'm feeling here. So you could be trying to manifest a soul tribe. You could be trying to, if you have a spiritual practice, you could be trying to kind of grow and hone those skills. You could be really working a lot with, I'm feeling like moon manifestation cycles. And if so, your efforts are being rewarded pretty heavily. But I also am getting, for a lot of you, there's a lot of spiritual insight. So there may be things that haven't made sense before. And by trying to engage in like healthy detachment almost, I feel like you are attracting into your life the answers you've been looking for, as well as the guidance and the clarity. And then also too, for some of you, this is like opportunities for spiritual mentorship and leadership, whether this is you being a mentor or you having one or both. So that's really cool. I like that. So let's see what you kind of get for your cards to start off. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Pride. Okay. So this is card 19. So that would reduce to a 10/1. For some of you too, I feel like you are very spiritually inclined, very spiritually interested, because we have a lot of purple as well. But this is kind of at odds with the red in the middle, with kind of the physical world that surrounds you. So maybe you don't have a lot of people in your life who are very, very spiritual. But there's this energy of like trying to find pride in your spirituality, trying to find pride in your spiritual gifts. And I also feel like to walk your spiritual path, whatever that may mean for you, it's like trying to find pride in who you are and the path you're meant to walk. Sorry about that. I had to change out my camera battery. Also, for those of you who missed the intro, there is construction going on outside my house. I hope you can't hear it. I'm going to try to edit that out as much as possible, but sorry if you do hear it a little bit. Anyway, so yes, I feel like there's a lot here about, because we have the energy of 10 and 1, there's a lot here about like kind of wrapping up old cycles and beginning new ones. And I feel like there's a lot here again about like something about like your spiritual path and being really, really proud of like finding pride in your spirituality or your spiritual gifts, or there may be excuse me, like a divinely guided talent that you have that you want to showcase and share with people. And I feel as if there's a little bit of shame, especially with all the red, that root chakra energy, if this is something that, is like not something you can really monetize easily, or there's a fear that you won't be able to monetize it. I feel like it's like you feel like you have to defend yourself to other people, right? So if you have like a spiritual talent or gift, it's this energy of like, well, I have to be able to monetize this in order to justify pursuing it. And I feel like you are coming out of that cycle. I feel like you're dealing with the shadow kind of energies surrounding that thought process. For some of you too, it may be really beneficial to look up your Black Moon Lilith in your natal chart. Looking up your Black Moon Lilith might kind of like point you in the direction of something like, an area of your life that you feel kind of like secret, hidden shame about, or that you kind of hide away a little bit. So that may be helpful for some of you. But let's see what else you get. Yeah, okay. Time for a change. It won't be strange. So we have the hands pointed at 1 and 2. So this is like movement forward, right? This is progression. This is also new beginnings that bring in a lot of balance. And this is really saying, like, again, we were talking about with the 10 and the 1 energy, there is time for change. I feel like with all the chalk here too, it's time for you to start drawing out and mapping out your own path, your own life, your own future, without being heavily influenced by the opinions of others. And we all get to we all have that area of our lives or that group of people or that person whose opinion we hold in high regard, to the point where we may kind of put our own opinions and our own power on the back burner a little bit. So you're certainly not alone if you go through that. But this is kind of really saying, with the 1 and the 2, it's time to kind of start taking steps forward and starting those new beginnings, and to take pride in who you are, in all of who you are, and not feel like you have to be pressured into anything. Because that root chakra energy too, when it's out of balance, can really talk about like your fears, because the root chakra can talk about your feelings of security and belonging in the world around you. So when it's out of balance, you could really be talking about anxiety and fears and feeling like you don't fit in. And that's definitely something I see here. And I just kind of feel like, what you're drawing into your life is the opportunity for a lot more like embracing who you are at the soul, and soul affirmed opportunities. So by taking those steps and kind of, even if you've just started this path, or you've been on this journey for a while, this is kind of just saying, like, by like accepting yourself, you're setting the tone for the universe and for others to accept you exactly as you are as well, which is really, really beautiful. So let's see what else you get. Yeah, exactly. Look, there's isolation, right? I feel like you guys have been alone for a long time, and I feel like there's this fear that by being your honest, authentic self, you will have to sacrifice connection. So this may have happened where you've started to kind of walk your path a little bit more, and people have kind of scattered a little bit. Or you may be walking your path alone right now, or you may have been on this path by yourself for a while, and that may have created some like pain and some shame around who you actually are, what you like, what your talents are, what you believe in. And I feel like you're kind of going through a process of confronting that in order to create a new reality for yourself. And by doing that, what you're attracting into your life is people who are going to be proud of you for exactly who you are, and exactly who are going to validate you and who are going to value what you bring to the table for your honest, authentic self. So if you've been in this period of feeling alone, and of feeling, I don't know, I'm hearing the word unrecognizable. So again, maybe significant shifts where other people in your life don't really know how to react to that. This is really saying that you are going to get that support coming in, and that it comes from accepting and validating and supporting yourself first and foremost, right? Because everything we draw into our lives is some type of reflection of our energy in some way, shape, or form. And this is really talking about by owning who you are and not accepting anything less than what you deserve, than, the respect, the validation, the value, the admiration that you deserve, you will only attract that more of that into your life. But that will first require that anything that's not that is purged from your life. And that can be a very difficult process, especially when you're in that period of limbo. So let's see what your cards are. Yeah, okay. 4 of Wands reversed. The High Priestess. Yep. Yep. And the Seven of Cups reversed. Oh my God, could not be more on point. Okay, so yeah, what I'm seeing right here with the High Priestess, you've really been, this can be Cancerian or Piscean energy, but you've really been tapping into your spirituality. You've really been tapping into this new frequency, this new iteration, this new vibration that you're in. And you've been really, I feel like, trusting your intuition. I feel like you've been walking a different type of path. And again, this may be something, because the High Priestess kind of has a foot in both worlds. This may be something that you've always sort of connected with, but you've hidden a lot. And there's a lot of ivy all over both of these towers, and ivy can represent love. So I feel like you're stepping into this space of just loving yourself for who you are, but also loving your spirituality, your spiritual gifts. And these can manifest in any number of ways, right? So let's say you're somebody who's empathic or even clairsentient. If you've always been told you're too sensitive, I feel like you're coming into this space of appreciating that about yourself, right? Because that's your spiritual gift. Or if you're somebody who is maybe artistic, you're clairvoyant, you may create things that reflect what you see psychically, and these may not be very well understood or, received by the people in your life. But I feel like this would be the equivalent of you saying, I don't care, I make my art for myself and as my own spiritual expression. And it's really accepting yourself, right? And this is leading to this Four of Wands reversed, which can kind of talk about a couple different things I'm seeing here. One is, these really beautiful soul-based connections where you feel very stable, and there's a lot of very stable happiness. I could see this kind of this facade of this stability kind of falling away as you're going through this isolation period. But the Four of Wands reverse can also really talk about a personal victory, and that's what I'm seeing here, is this personal victory of accepting yourself, especially because she's pointed at the Four of Wands, and it kind of feels like, what? I know that that's not for everybody, but I'm going to like this. I'm going to love this about myself because that's who I am. And it feels very much like a celebration of you as a soul and your spiritual gifts and finding pride in who you are. And this leads to this Seven of Cups reverse, where when things were, kind of hazy, when things were kind of up in the air, you didn't really know which path to choose, getting in touch with who you actually are, with your spiritual path, with your spiritual gifts, and finding that pride, finding that, that, oh gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? So it's finding your pride, but not even just your pride, finding that, that sense of purpose, right? Gosh, I am totally losing my words today, but you'll know where I'm going with this. Finding that sense of self-validation and self-efficacy is what allows you to see things clearly. And I feel like this is a kind of a disillusionment process that's been very hard for many of you. With that isolation card, again, a lot of people may have kind of floated out of your life with this time for change, and that may be difficult, but I also feel like it's revealing the exact right path for you. And it's revealing, because I'm looking at, there's a little flag right here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little rocket. So I feel like it's kind of revealing the path that's going to help launch you into this next portion of your journey and this next part of your path. So I really like that. It's really beautiful. Again, to recap, what energy within you are you attracting more of in your life? It's this pride in yourself and this spiritual understanding of your path and your gifts and this self-valuation that comes from that. So I hope this has helped. If you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out the link to my Etsy shop. It's in the description below. I have a variety of readings, but if you don't see something that meets your spiritual or financial needs, please feel free to DM me because I'm happy to make a custom reading. In the meantime, I am wishing you all of the best and the most beautiful things that life has to offer, love bugs, and I'll see you soon, okay? All right, take care.